So now that we've hopefully downloaded the data, it's time to open it up in ArcMap. So I've gone ahead and I've opened ArcMap on my machine. It's just an untitled new file, and I'd like to add some data to it. The first data layer I'd like to add is the UAV image. So I'm going to click on this plus guy here, and then I need to navigate to where my working directory is, where I downloaded those files. So hopefully you've done that in some kind of a reasonable place. And so this is where my data live. And inside this UAV image mosaic, there's this grassy field. Apparently he misspelled it, Nathan, with just one S, but we'll go with it. When we say add, it's going to ask you, should I do this? Say yes. That'll just basically help it display. And you can see it thinking, and eventually what it should do is bring up a nice image of the field. There it is. So this is the fields, right? And we can zoom in and we can see people and the line, and it's very exciting. We can also bring in, and if I zoom in here, right, we can see, oh, this is the square, one of the squares that we had. I can also bring in data, and the easiest data to bring in are associated with the Trimbles because they've already been generated as shape files. We're going to have to do a little bit more data manipulation to get the total station Garmin data. So I'm going to start with the Trimble data first because that should be easier to bring in. So if I'm adding data, again, the way to add data is to click on this guy, add in the Trimble GPS data. I'm going to choose the first one here, group 3, and I'm going to click again, and I can see here it is. Now, unfortunately, it's not called group 3, it's called point GE, but we can rename that after we bring it in. So I'm going to say add, and we can see, right? So it just brought in these colored dots, and I'm going to call this, this is from, what group was this? Group 3. So I'm actually going to just rename this real quick to say Trimble 3. And if I want to, I can change the symbol here. I can make it this and beautiful. See this kind of a shape. I can do the same thing with the next group, right? Trimble 2. See, it's called point G, so I'll just have to rename it. But this, when it comes in, is Trimble 2. Okay, Trimble 2. Again, I can change the symbol here. If I can make that, I can change the color. I can make it yellow. So we can already see there's some differences, right? There's some differences in how that's lining up. And you could do the same thing for the Trimble 1 group. So bringing these data in are relatively easy, but bringing in the other files need a little bit more manipulation. And so that's what we're going to look at next.